Come with us on a 2.5-day adventure to Moab, Utah. We'll share travel tips, amazing scenery, and some tasty food. Let's go. We started the road trip in Colorado Springs, heading north to Denver and then west on I-70 to Utah. Our dog, Molly, joined us on this trip, and so we'll be sharing some pet-friendly finds along the way. It is a very scenic drive from Denver to Moab, and you experience all sorts of weather. Along the way, you go through the Eisenhower-Johnson Tunnel. When it was first opened in the 1970s, it was the highest vehicular tunnel in the world. It no longer holds that record, but it is still really cool to drive through. I love tunnels, and we went through, I believe, 4 tunnels on the way to Moab, which I thought was really cool. West of Glenwood Springs, we took a side trip to Rifle Falls State Park. It's a beautiful Colorado state park. It's small, but really has some beautiful scenery, waterfalls, and caves that you can climb in. I'm going to do a separate video on that, so hit subscribe if you want to see that video coming soon. After our stop at Rifle Falls State Park, we cruised through Grand Junction and then entered Moab just as the sun was starting to set. Our first stop in Moab was the Moab Food Truck Park because we were starving, it was dinner time, and we had Molly with us, and the food truck park is pet friendly. We were there on a Monday night about 7 p.m. and there were about 8 open food trucks. There were trucks that served chicken, Mediterranean food, hot dogs, burgers, ice cream, gelato, something really for everyone. I loved that the food truck park was pet friendly, and that was our main reason for stopping there. The food was good. Everything seemed to be about $15. Whether it was a burger or a rice bowl or a chicken sandwich. So you just count on about $15 a person, and it's a nice, quick place to stop if you're traveling with your dog. We woke up on day 1 to a rainy, chilly day in Moab, but Molly still needed her morning walk, so off we went. Just up the hill from our Airbnb is this beautiful view. Just steps outside a residential area. Beautiful. After the morning walk, we headed to Arches National Park. It's a rainy day in Moab, but we're going to Arches National Park. We're doing it, even in the rain. Here we go. Arches National Park is about 5 miles outside Moab, and it contains the greatest density of natural stone arches in the world, with over 2,000 arches in the park. It was established as a national monument in the 1920s and then became a national park in 1971. Arches National Park is a popular place to visit, and it can get really crowded. And so knowing that parking can be difficult, we decided to head all the way to the back of the park and start at Devil's Garden. Devil's Garden is about 18 miles north of the visitor center. As we were driving, one by one, the cars in front of us turned off to see different things like delicate arch and balanced rock, and we just kept on driving. When we arrived at the Devil's Garden parking lot, there was still plenty of parking, which was great. It was quite chilly when we arrived at the Devil's Garden trailhead. It was about 24 degrees and windy and a little bit misty. Most of the rain had stopped, but it was still drizzling a little bit. And so the weather was a little disappointing, but the unexpected blessing of the weather was that it kept the crowds away. And so we really got to enjoy the park without a lot of other people around, which was nice.
There are several arches that you can see on the Devil's Garden Trail, including Tunnel Arch, Pine Tree Arch, and Landscape Arch. Landscape Arch stretches over 300 feet in length, and it is one of the largest arches in North America. In addition to the arches, there's beautiful scenery everywhere. It's great just to walk along the trails and enjoy the space, the outdoor space. It truly is spectacular. We hiked a little unpermitted trail just to say that we did, but it was a wet day and not a good day to be on that route, so we quickly turned back around. More than 1.5 million people visit Arches National Park each year, and it can be crowded, which is challenging. There's limited parking, and once the parking lots are full, the staff may delay vehicles from entering the park, which creates a long line outside the park. We went in mid-March, so we didn't need the timed entry reservation, but starting on the 1st of April through the 6th of July, and then again August 28th through October 31st, you need to have a reservation to enter the park between the hours of 7 a.m. and 4 p.m., so don't forget to plan ahead. On our way out of the park, we stopped at the visitor center, and we chose to do this on the way out because it was super busy in the morning, and it was less busy in the afternoon when we were leaving. The visitor center has a gift shop, informational displays, a film, and some really cool views out the window. Our next stop was the Moab Diner for a late lunch. The restaurant has a typical diner feel with vinyl booths, black, white, and red accents, and an ice cream counter. It serves everything from pancakes and omelets to burgers and Mexican food. It's open Monday through Saturday and closed on Sundays. The service was outstanding, the prices were affordable, and the lunch special was a standout dish from what we ordered, and really quite tasty. After lunch, we went to see some petroglyphs, which were very close to our Airbnb, just less than half a mile from where we were staying. The area is called the Golf Course Rock Art, and the panel's about 30 feet high and 90 feet wide. You can see human figures like the Moab man, elk, snakes, bighorn sheep, both big and small. There's just a lot of interesting petroglyphs in this area. There are several places to see petroglyphs and pictographs around Moab. You can stop at the Moab Visitor Center for a free map and guide. Not long after our walk with Molly to the petroglyphs, the power went out everywhere. There was a 100-mile stretch of Utah that had no power from about 6:30 p.m. until around 3 the next morning. The power outage disrupted our evening plans and led to an early bedtime because it was cold and dark. That's okay, we got an early start the next day. It's a brisk early morning in Moab, about 24 degrees, and the sun is shining down on the mountains, red rock formations. Looks beautiful. Day 2 started with a dog walk around the golf course, and then we headed downtown for breakfast. We stopped for breakfast at Cactus Jack's. The restaurant serves breakfast and lunch, and it's open every day from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a very bright restaurant with lots of windows, and it has outstanding food. It's a popular spot, and there's often a wait, but it's worth it in my opinion. I ordered the AM burrito, Eggs, bacon, and hash browns wrapped in a tortilla was served with green chili and pico de gallo. You could have it smothered in green chili or the green chili on the side. Randy got the flapjack breakfast with pancakes and eggs, and our son got the chicken and waffles. The service was good, the food was great, and we were stuffed after breakfast. But we still wanted to try one of the massive cinnamon rolls, so we got it to go and ate it the next morning for breakfast. As I mentioned earlier, we were visiting in mid-March, and not all the seasonal places were open yet. To include Doughbird, we really wanted to try their donuts, but we'll have to save that for the next trip. Our next stop was Canyonlands National Park.
Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger.
No. Cow crossing on the way to Canyonlands National Park. Come on guys, a little faster.
Yeah!
Alright, they're crossed.
Canyonlands National Park was a highlight of this trip for the entire family. The overlooks were breathtaking, and we loved that you could scramble on the rocks at various places. Randy and our kid are our pert mountain goat. Since we only had one day to explore the park, we went to the Islands in the Sky district, which was about 40 minutes from Moab. Unlike Arches National Park, Canyonlands does not require timed entry reservations, but it does still get busy, so it's a good idea to go early. Canyonlands became a national park in 1964, and it covers 527 square miles. It's the largest national park in Utah. There are several overlooks with spectacular views, lots of hiking, and some rocks to scramble up. Our first stop was Schaefer Canyon Viewpoint, and then we headed to Well Rock. Randy visited Canyonland as a young child, and he remembered climbing on Well Rock, so that was a place that we had to stop. Well Rock is a short 1-mile climb, and it offers spectacular views of the area. It's well worth it.
We are headed to the top of Whale Rock. Up there. Let's go.
The trail is marked with stacked stones to lead the way, and that just really adds to the experience, the whole experience of being at Canyonlands.
Yeah? On the way to Whale Rock, we have found dinosaur footprints, I think. Yep. Okay, we heard it here first. Amazing views from the top of Whale Rock. Look at that. You can see forever, it seems. Here comes the mountain goats. The whale's spout hole is frozen over. It's a chilly day here, but all right, we're headed towards the hump of the whale. Getting closer. We made it to the top. We started down there. There's our car down there. And we're on the top of Whale Rock. It's worth the climb. And there's Nick and Randy. They made it too. What is Randy doing?
Canyonlands National Park is a magical place. The next time we're in Moab, we hope to spend several days exploring the park. There are 4 districts, and we would really love to see all of them. I highly recommend adding this to your Moab to-do list.
Again, coming back from Canyonlands.
Take your time, ladies. Take your time. No pushing, no shoving.
Love how the cows just roam.
After a fantastic day at Canyonland, we went back to Moab and explored the downtown area, did a little shopping, and looked at some art. If you have watched our videos before, you will know that I love street art, and there was a lot of cool murals and sculptures around the downtown area, which I loved. We ate dinner at the Moab food truck park again because it was convenient and we could take it to go. Randy got mac and beef from the Street Dogs food truck, and Nick got some loaded chicken fries from the chicken truck. Day 3 was checkout day, but we had one last gem to explore, and that was Utah State Route 128. The 44.6-mile-long scenic byway runs between Moab and Grand Junction, Colorado, and it has some amazing views. The highway starts just north of Moab, and it follows the Colorado River. There are numerous campgrounds and hiking trails along the route, and some cool points of interest. At mile marker 14, there is a spectacular Red Cliffs Lodge. I was hoping to see the free film museum in the lobby of the lodge, but it was closed due to renovation. A number of movies have been filmed at the ranch and in the surrounding area, and the museum is supposed to be a real gem, so hopefully it'll be back up by this summer. Further down the scenic highway, you can see Castleton Tower, Fisher Towers, and the often snow-covered La Salle Mountains. I didn't get much footage of the road past Red Cliffs Lodge because I started to get carsick, so I had to turn off the camera, but it really is stunning for miles and miles, and it's definitely worth going on the scenic byway. When the highway crosses the Colorado River, you will see the historic remains of the Dewey Bridge. The Dewey Bridge was completed in 1916, and it was a narrow, one-lane suspension bridge. At the time that it was built, it was the longest suspension bridge west of the Mississippi. The bridge was an invaluable addition to the community, as it allowed goods, supplies, and people to more easily move from Cisco and Grand Junction to Moab. In 1988, the Dewey Bridge was replaced with a larger bridge, and the original suspension bridge continued to be used by hikers, bikers, and some farmers moving their animals across the river. Sadly, in 2008, a young boy who was playing with matches at a nearby campground started a brush fire, and it destroyed the wooden deck and rails of the bridge. This is all that remains of the historic Dewey Bridge now. We had a fantastic few days in Moab, and we'll definitely be back. We hope this video gives you some tips, ideas, or inspiration for your own trip. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit subscribe. That will really help our small channel grow. Thanks so much. See you next time.
Go Randy, go Randy. Push-ups on Well Rock, because why not?